Okay, you can begin.
Yeah, good morning, everyone. Welcome to another COVID edition of the State Board of Pharmacy. And thank you for being on. Should be a pretty quick meeting. We have no legal. As I was teasing before, we do such a good job of scaring people. No one's breaking the rules anymore. So I'm sure we'll have a long legal agenda very, very soon. So today's November 18th, official start to the meeting. Let's start with attendance, starting with Commissioner Caffarelli.
Brian Caffarelli, Commissioner. Good morning, everyone.
Kristen Linder, Commissioner.
Marian Guanti, Commissioner.
Angelo DeFazio, Commissioner.
Richard Carberry, Commissioner.
Debbie Chisholm, Commissioner.
Heather Hoynes, Board Administrator.
Welcome, everyone, and let's get started with new pharmacy applications. Is Zain Azam in the house?
Hi, this is Zain here. Good morning.
Good morning, Zain. How are you? Did I pronounce that correctly? I apologize if I didn't.
Yeah, no, that's right. That was right.
Very good. Could you do me a favor? We're going to virtually swear you in. Could you please raise your right hand?
Yeah.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Is there any physician ownership in this pharmacy?
Yes.
There is a physician ownership in the pharmacy. So there's a doctor that owns the pharmacy?
No, I'm not the owner.
Zainab, your answer was a little garbled.
No.
Is there a doctor, is there any physician ownership or anyone that can write prescriptions in the state of Connecticut have any ownership at all in the pharmacy?
Ownership.
I'm sorry, and maybe it's my computer. I didn't hear you, Zain.
No, I can't hear him.
Sorry.
Is there any
1 minute?
doctor
Let me.
or-
1 minute. Sorry. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you fine. Yeah, we can't see you, but I can hear you.
Yeah.
Is there
Yeah.
any physician?
Yeah, there's no doctor
ownership?
ownership.
Say it again, sir.
No, there's no doctor ownership. There's
Okay.
no doctor ownership.
Okay. Is any computer or terminal going to sit outside of the licensed pharmacy area that can access sensitive pharmacy data or HIPAA compliant data?
No.
Okay, very good. Commissioner Carberry, Commissioner Chisholm.
Good morning. Couple of quick questions. Why don't you walk us through the pharmacy? Just kind of give us a sense
Okay.
of the workflow and the pharmacy's location in reference to it. Looks like you're a freestanding building, but there's 2 or 3 storefronts connected to this pharmacy in that building.
Yeah, there's like a one hair salon next door, and then this pharmacy location. Then there's an empty store. It's like a store, but it's empty. So it's like a corner building, and so pharmacy is like kind of in the middle of like hair salon and the empty store, and the front door starts from the bottom of the map. If you see through the map, the shelves is gonna be on both sides, and if you go up, if you see the candy counter, that's gonna be our pharmacy register area and the pickup area, and also the consultation area. There's a door just next to it to enter the pharmacy. It's like a glass door. And then in the middle of the pharmacy area, there's the safe, the fridge, the drawers for the vials, and there's a washroom in the pharmacy area, which is only accessible only for the employees. And then there's a sink just next to the washroom. And then we have shelves in the back wall, and on the wall on the left side, there's an emergency exit in the back, which has alarm code too. And then so outside this pharmacy area, there's a waiting area. It's already in the building, which is like walled. So it's gonna be a waiting area, and then there's another washroom back there, and there's the office and the storage. It's gonna be used for both purposes, office and storage, for paperwork and everything.
So in that area, quick question is that area that's all open to the public? going to the waiting area into that, that's a public bathroom. Looks like another little waiting area with a couch and table there. And obviously you have an office.
Yeah, it's gonna be open like for the public. Yeah, for the sitting, but we won't be keeping any pharmacy record out here.
Okay, but that's all a public area.
Yes.
Obviously,
Yes.
you have an office there. I'm sure you want to secure that office. No public access to that office, but
The office area, office room, and like right in the bottom will be kind of locked, not for the public, but the like the sitting area will be for the public.
okay. And so it looks like also from the drawing, I mean, the pictures I saw on Google Earth, that is the second floor in that building, correct?
No, that's the first floor.
No, what's above you?
Oh, I'm not sure.
It
I
looks
think
like
they're
they're
apartments.
apartments. That's what I mean. There's something upstairs. So the concern that we usually have when you have a second floor is security, obviously. Penetration through a ceiling, obviously tenants on either side of you, penetration through walls. So if you secured everything,
They are fully, the walls are fully sealed to the top, and it is a secure from all four sides.
okay, and up above, you may want to think about some kind of, if you have a drop ceiling, whatever type of ceiling you have, some kind of security cameras or system up there for any kind of penetration down below, especially if you've got people living in apartments up there.
I mean, of course, we're gonna have all the cameras all over the pharmacy area, inside the whole this area. But I only saw this building. I went through the whole area once. I'll double check definitely with the owner of the pharmacy to double check with everything, and with the landlord too. We can talk to the landlord too, that to make sure. And I mean, I was told by the owner of the pharmacy that it was already a pharmacy before here, and in this building.
Oh, that's interesting. I didn't realize that. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just more for your own safety,
Right. Right.
to have your pharmacy breached, especially when you have tenants above like that. So just a recommendation on our behalf.
I understand. I'll double check with the owner of the pharmacy and the landlord both to make sure the ceiling is fully sealed and the walls and everything.
That's a good idea.
Thanks.
Debbie, anything that you see that he did a good job, by the way, going through it. I appreciate you walking us through that. That was good.
Those were my thoughts as well. You did a
Thanks.
great job going through it and everything is very clear. Thank you.
Okay.
I see one fridge.
Yeah, the food refrige. That's right, Angela. Thanks.
The second fridge, I don't see, Rick.
Correct.
Oh,
So-
this fridge is only for the prescriptions.
Right, but what about people's food or milk or
Oh.
cream for coffee?
I mean, we can. Yeah, I mean that would be all in the office if we want to keep it.
I think you should mark it that way because an
Okay.
agent's gonna
All right.
want, because if
Alright.
you only have one refrigerator listed,
Right.
you're more than apt to put your lunch in there. So if you put
I
a
understand.
refrigerator
I
in the
understand.
office, I think that'll be great.
And it's just
I'll
for
put it.
convenience, you can have it back in the pharmacy. You got plenty of room back there, looks like, next to the
Right.
sink or wherever you want to put a small fridge there separately. You can do that. Might be easier than have to
Right.
go all the way through to your office every time someone wants to get a drink
Right.
or food, okay?
Right. I got it.
And,
Alright.
and one other thing, Zane, I saw reading through the application process, you're the only pharmacist listed as the manager. So, if you're not there,
Yeah.
I'm sure you're probably going to hire someone or maybe some temps, but if you're not there, no one can enter that building. You understand?
Yes, of course. Like for now, only for going through the inspection process, I'm gonna be the only one. But of course, the owner will hire the other one as a staff pharmacist
Okay, sounds
once
good.
he start the pharmacy. Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. I just wanted to be clear that, because believe me, that's when inspections take place, when you're stuck in traffic for 20 minutes and somebody else opened the pharmacy and you're not there. So just wanted to make sure that you do that. Okay.
That's not. Yeah. That's not gonna happen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. Right. Right.
Rick and Deb, you all set?
All set.
Okay,
All set.
you know what, we'll go through all of them, Rick and Deb. We'll go through all of them and then we'll take a motion at the end rather than doing them individually, okay?
Okay.
All right, let's do pharmacy relocation. Catherine, Sharon, oh my God.
Aronovich.
Catherine, help me with your last name again.
Aronovich.
Thank you very much for
It
saying
was a wedding present. I had to learn it too.
that. How are you, Catherine? Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Could you please raise your right hand? Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
I do. The rest I really don't have to get into because we've already been through this. It seems like ages ago when you moved into your camper.
Oh, it's
How
a
long has it
lot
been?
has happened since then, but it survived the hurricane and we've, I'm crossing my fingers here the next couple of weeks, but we've had no attempted breaches of any kind,
That's
which is
fantastic.
thrilling. So
That's
yeah,
good.
my staff is going to miss the windows a lot.
Okay. Well, you know what? You had good weather. It's been a really warm, you had very good weather. Here it is September, November, and there's still temperatures in the 60s, so that helps.
So as soon as we leave, it's going to be converted for COVID testing. So
Oh, that's fantastic. All right, very good. Commissioner Carbrick, Commissioner Chisholm.
This one is the two drawings that we have, obviously. So Catherine, if you can walk us through, because it looks like a lot of the things that we're looking for are not on this drawing.
correct.
So kind of give us an idea of 500 to 528. What's the move? Where is it? It's in the same building, obviously. So kind of describe what you're trying to accomplish.
The pharmacy is actually in approximately the same place that it has been for the last 18 years. We have a trailer in the parking lot right now where we've been since August, I believe. And we are just going to be moving back into our space, which was completely gutted and renovated. So what you see on the larger picture here is just the front window. And if you look down towards the bottom, that would be the entrance where patients come in. And then they will move slightly to the left and they'll see the pharmacy windows. We have two main windows, and then there's a window on the left side for, impromptu quick counseling. And then immediately to the left of that is the entrance to our actual dedicated consulting room, which if you go to the second, well, this is how you come in. You can see that there are public restrooms across from the pharmacy. And then now we're at the pharmacy proper, and you may be able to enlarge this. That's why I sent you the form that I did as opposed to faxing it. There we go.
Oh, very
Can
good.
you
Not
move over
better.
a sec?
Thank you, Heather.
Okay, so at the front, you can see where the windows are slightly in front of that, and then you have the consulting room. And immediately behind the front windows and the register and the counter, we are going to have a fairly massive workspace. We've got some tables we're using in the trailer that turned out to be wonderful. And then we're going to have shelving along the side walls. And then what you see in the middle is our dispensing robot, which is certainly not going anywhere, but we will be operating sort of on the other side of it right now. And then on the left wall, the sink is actually going to stay where it was. We thought about moving it up closer, and we decided it's best to have it closer to the back door. Behind the robot is a large support beam. We will have the safe backed up to the support beam. And then on the other side, we'll have another large workspace. And then on the back wall, the brownish things are going to be our two large commercial refrigerators. And then we have a smaller, we have a freezer, and then we have a small refrigerator on top of that for prescriptions that are waiting to be picked up. If you continue down the right-hand side wall, I apologize, that stainless steel pass-through is not supposed to be there. But what we do have is an entrance to the internal medicine medication room. And what they're getting for us is a Dutch door, because we very much value the interaction of having our prescribers and our nursing staff come to the back window to answer questions and also to pick up vaccines and things that they need. And that's the pharmacy proper. And then back behind that is a hallway, and what used to be our stock room, we now have some space in a cage in the basement for vials and caps and paper bags and things. We're just going to have desk space all around the perimeter of that. And then my office it looks exactly like it did, except it's brand new. They literally tore down the walls and completely rebuilt everything. And the pharmacy walls go all the way up to the ceiling because this building started life as a truck garage. So there's a fairly high ceiling above the pharmacy. And Marcus, our project manager, actually, I think spoke with Dan Carpenter to clarify what the needs would be for the ceiling. So they do go all the way up.
Great, that looks good.
We're excited about the consulting room. That's been a long time coming.
How far out are you from transferring from the trailer to the relocation?
We ideally would like to move Saturday, December 5th, and then reopen Monday, December 12th.
Good, that allow you to move all your,
Well, we did it in one day once before. It was
do it one day,
exhausting. And we're going to do it better this time because we made notes about, oh, I wish we'd done this. So, yeah.
Yeah, obviously the big issue is the controlled substances
Mhm.
inventory in and out.
Yep.
With someone assisting you, pharmacists, obviously.
Oh, we'll have probably 3, maybe 4 pharmacists. And what we did last time, we're trying to spare our technicians because they work awfully hard. And this way they come in Monday to a new space, but they're fresh. It's only the pharmacists that are exhausted. But we did it, we will have help with moving tables and fixtures and heavy stuff like that. But the drugs will all be moved just by pharmacists, and we'll take them off the shelves in one spot and put them back up in the next.
Okay. Questions, Deb? Anybody else? Any of the commissioners have questions on the relocation?
I just had a quick question.
Sure.
This is a relocation because it's moving from the trailer?
Yes. We relocated to the trailer, and then we are relocating back. This is how I was told the paperwork should go.
Yeah, we approved the trailer, it seems a
Yes,
long,
that's
long,
correct. That's the
long
way.
time
I
ago.
do
That's
remember
why I
that.
made the comment of relocation.
Yes.
Yeah.
I remember approving
Yeah.
the trailer, it was quite a while ago.
Yeah, well, we've renovated twice, but this is a complete new area.
Yeah.
It will match the rest of the health center, which looks great. So we're excited.
So did that need to be a relocation? Or
Yes.
should that have just been a remodel?
No, it's a relocation because you're leaving one pharmacy and going to a completely different pharmacy. It's a completely different pharmacy itself is a completely different location. If it was a remodel, you would be in the same space, remodeling the existing space. That's not what's happening.
Yeah.
They
We've
took
done
all
that
the
before,
stock out
too.
of one location, moved it into the trailer for that new location, and then vice versa.
Okay.
My only question, Catherine, is I think it's listed as the med room where the stainless steel pass through, but you mentioned.
That should not be there.
Is that gonna be open all the time or is there like glass there? Cause I just,
it
I
will
know
be
the
a-
nurses and physicians, I just don't I foresee someone reaching in and grabbing something, when no one's looking because there's an opening there. How's that gonna work?
I don't think there's anything in arm's reach for them to grab.
All right.
But the idea with the Dutch door is that it's locked. So somebody would have to leap over it. And
Right.
remember, the med room is only accessible to physicians, APRNs, PAs, and nurses. They'll have, they're doing swipe badge access. So your access is restricted by your position.
Okay.
And they
I'm
won't have
just
access to the
trying to-
pharmacy. Yeah.
Just trying to foresee what an agent may ask you or say.
Yeah.
I
Well,
understand.
it'll be very similar to an open window that we used to have to the
Yeah.
old med room.
Big difference, huh?
Oh my gosh. I've been here 18 years. This is probably the most exciting remodel that we've done.
Good.
It's,
Any other questions, Rick or Deb?
I'm good.
Deb? All set? Okay, great, Catherine. Thank you.
thanks.
Thanks,
Moving
Cap.
on to pharmacy remodel. And there's only 3 letters on all the pharmacy remodels. CVS. Let's start with number 760. I'm not sure what name to call because it's not listed. So is there someone here for remodel number 760? in New Britain, Connecticut? Oh, I can see you raising your hand. Hi, could you unmute yourself so I can?
Okay, there we go.
Hi, how are you? I don't
Good,
have to
how are
swear
you?
you in. Good. I don't have to swear you in, but why don't you identify yourself to our commission so that Rick and Brad
Sure.
can ask you. Go ahead.
My name is Payal Patel. I'm the district leader for the New Britain store that I'm going to be presenting today.
Well, thank you. Welcome. Go ahead, Rick. Go ahead,
Thank
Deb.
Okay, this is, we've got 5 CVSs today. This one is actually the smallest remodel. I'm looking at the drawings. It's really looking like only the moving of workstations, computers, and waiting script areas, if I'm reading that correctly. It's not any kind of a addition for a console room or anything else. It's just internally with, am I correct?
This is just to expand the waiting bin space for filled prescriptions and for refrigerated prescriptions.
Yeah, so it's a minimal change at all within the pharmacy.
Yes, we're adding a second fixture and we are raising the existing fixture. And then next to the registers, we have a computer station that we're going to remove, and we're going to remove the cabinet that's there as well, and put an additional fridge for waiting scripts.
And that computer is behind the counter, not out in front of the counter.
Yes, everything is behind the counter.
Okay.
So are you changing the existing space? Or this is within the current pharmacy space?
This is within the current space.
So did they need to come for a remodel?
I was going to question the same thing. And really, they're just, I mean, it's great that they want to bring it forward, but I don't know if it's
Right.
necessary.
Yeah. Are you changing any of the outside walls of the pharmacy?
We are not.
Yeah, I don't think
I
they
don't know.
did.
If it's storage, just change of storage within the licensed department, I don't think you have to come before it. That
Right,
sounds
so
like it's
the
not a-
definition of a remodel is the either the decrease or the increase of the square footage of the pharmacy blueprint. Exterior walls, security, stuff like that, you would have to come before, but you can change any of the shelving units, the moving of, not the safe, obviously, that would have to have an inspection, but
But you can change your register, right?
you
Or
can change your
terminal.
register, yeah, as long as you're not extending the counter that the register's on, or, you know, putting it in and then changing the space for security, like the gate, changing the gate would have had to come. But anything inside the pharmacy, shelving units, anything like that, it does not have to appear.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah,
I think it was because we had that additional 4-foot fixture being added that we just wanted to be safe.
Okay,
That's fine. We appreciate that, certainly.
there's no harm in it, but
No
just,
harm, no
you know,
foul, believe me.
right.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Payal. All right, CVS Pharmacy number 4149, East Hampton, Connecticut. Is there someone here for number 4149? Jacob.
Hello, Commission.
How are you? Why don't you introduce yourself to the commission? East Hampton, I believe that's the Bell capital.
Belltown.
Yes, I believe.
If it is, I did not know
It
that.
is,
I know
right?
it's on the banner.
Belltown.
Yeah. Yep.
If I'm not
I didn't know the
mistaken, the Liberty Bell was repaired in East Hampton, Connecticut. Little known fact. There you go, Jacob.
I
With a
appreciate
name like Ripley, believe it or not. All right.
Believe it or not.
So I'm Rick. Debbie, go right ahead.
Yeah, so these next 4, we're going to be a little redundant, but we'll go through them each individually, obviously. These are the standard additions of consulting rooms, ADA compliance, as well as, you know, relocating checkout counters. So again, as Heather said, moving registers out from the footprint farther out and adding on an appendage for a consulting room. So Deb, I don't see anything unusual here unless you see anything, but
No, it's similar to what we've done in the past.
yeah. So this is the first of 4 more, but certainly there's nothing here that is a problem.
The only question I always have seeing these consultation rooms is how the doors lock, and is the general public going to be able to walk into this consultation room, because it does connect to the pharmacy. And is that door ever going to be left open as the public can just walk right in and walk in through that back door? That's just a concern, but I know that CVS has answered it before, but if I could hear from Jacob on how that's going to work.
Yeah, so I actually have 2 of these sites existing already. The interior door within the consultation room actually comes without a core and it locks automatically. We put our own core in that matches with the core that the pharmacist has.
Okay.
So that will automatically lock and it's on a swing that will shut behind them. The one that exits onto the sales floor, it's actually a little bit more of a swing door, but it does have a locking mechanism that you can lock from the inside if you're providing an immunization or a consultation, if you choose to. So both are actually locked. And the terminal that's within there wouldn't have data access anyway. So if they were to come in, they'd have to essentially access 2 doors in terms of getting into the pharmacy.
Well said, well done. I wanted you to say it for the record because that was my only concern. Very good, Jacob. Thank you. Any other questions,
Welcome.
Rick or Deb?
No.
No.
All right, then moving on, another CVS, number 718 in Ansonia, Connecticut. Someone here for Ansonia?
Yes,
Well, I'm not even going to try. I'm going to let you pronounce your name to the commission.
no, not a problem. Hi, everyone. My name is Sokol Veliai. I'm a district leader for CVS. I oversee New Haven, Connecticut, and today I'm here to represent Ansonia Store 718.
Well, welcome aboard. Rick?
Thank you.
Again, there are a couple of things on here, but it's the same type of a reconstruction of the relocation of the drop-off area and the new gate in the ADA compliant room. See a couple of things, new waiting scripts. Those are within the current footprint.
Right.
So there's no issue there. And again, we've got the same situation with the door accessing the pharmacy and the retail area outside. So nothing here that causes a problem.
Deb?
Same thing. Did you want him to kind of speak about the door?
Yeah, if you could just verify how the doors are going to work to keep the general public out from entering the pharmacy. In
Okay.
the consultation.
Absolutely. It's just kind of like the repeat that Jake said. So the consultation room has an inside door, which basically you cannot open it from the inside the consultation. It can only open from inside the pharmacy. And pharmacist is the only individual that has the key for that. And the same thing, the external door for the consultation, you can't lock that from the inside if you were to either provide immunization or consultation.
Very good. Thank you very, very much. Any other questions? So technically the 3 bubbles that appear in the top of the planogram here really did need board approval, right, Heather? Because those are all within they're really just changing the waiting script shelving. It's the bottom
Right.
bubble with the consultation room
Correct.
that really would have needed. Okay, very good. I just want to be clear for the record on that. Thank you very much. Let's move on to CVS Pharmacy number 2525, Rocky Hill, Connecticut. Someone here for Rocky Hill? Someone's got to speak up because I can't see if you're holding up your hand. Let's see here. Am I missing someone here? Anyone here for Rocky Hill? Any brave soul from CVS want to take responsibility for Rocky Hill so we don't table it for next meeting?
I can do it for them. I'm Erica Correa, district leader. I was on for 942, but I can take over for 2525.
Erica, thanks for stepping up. Way to go. Welcome aboard. Rick, Ed?
Yeah, in fact, it's interesting. I was in Rocky Hill last week to get a shingles vaccine, and they need this room. They do a great job of what they have there in terms of the area, but this is going to help a lot to make it easier for the pharmacists to come right out from the pharmacy department into that room. Right now, it's almost like sitting and having your blood pressure taken out in the store to some extent. But so again, this is addition of a room. You can see the door going into the consulting room. Same format, a little smaller. Looks like it doesn't have the ADA, ability there because they're their space is very limited. I guess that's why it's there, but maybe Erica can comment on that.
I'm sorry, you said that ADA space is limited?
Yeah, the other remodels that we've seen through CVS have been bigger areas for the consult room, and it allowed an ADA, 5-foot circumference where someone with a wheelchair could get in there. This room looks like it probably will accommodate it. It's a little smaller, but the other plans we've seen have shown, like an ADA setup. This is like, trying to read the dimensions, 6'5" by 5'11", maybe.
Yeah.
Which would make it tight to get someone in there with a wheelchair. It's doable. And I'm not saying it has to be ADA compliant. Don't get me wrong. That's the other stores that they've done that. But
Yeah, I'm not there. I'm guessing that there just wasn't enough room to make it bigger, because we certainly try to be ADA even in front store with every single decision that's made. But I think if we can get it in there, if we can get them in there in a wheelchair, then we will. And if not, the pharmacists are really, as much as we want to be in a private room, they could go out and administer somewhere else if necessary.
yeah, and that's exactly what I did. I mean, when they were giving shots, people are sitting right out there, basically in the retail space. I mean, it's off to the side. Don't get me wrong, but I agree. They're very limited there in terms of expansion for that type of room. So that's probably why it's not. It couldn't be added, but
it looks as though there is a 36 by 48 wheelchair accessible waiting area printed in the consultation room.
Oh, wait a minute. You're right. I see it now. I couldn't read it.
Maybe because the spin of the chair, it may just be enough to get ADA compliance there. I think they can pull it off with that space.
Yeah, 36 by 48 is tight, but
yeah,
to spin someone around in there is a little difficult. Just from my past experience dealing with wheelchairs and disability, but it looks like they're going to accomplish it.
Yep.
So that's good. It'd be some maneuvering around in there. That's all, especially if the person is not, coming in by themselves with a wheelchair. Someone's got to help them in. They don't have a motorized wheelchair.
Yeah.
And it's a jockeying, but it looks like they might be able to accomplish it. So that's good.
Erica, just for the record, do you want to go over how the door system's going to work to prevent the general public from getting into the pharmacy area?
Yeah, of course. Both doors to the room have a lock. For the door that leads into the pharmacy, only the pharmacist has a key to that, and it is a door that locks automatically when it is shut. And then the door that the general public can access also has a lock on it. So if we're doing an immunization or any private consultations in that room, we would be able to lock that door as well.
Thank you, Erica. Thank you very much. Any other questions, commissioners?
No.
Erica on stage. Let's go to Brooklyn, Connecticut, 942.
Yes, I am the district leader for this store. I will note, I believe that Diane just sent you a message, Heather. These plans do say on the bottom that it's CVS Pharmacy 377, but it is actually 942, and the address is correct for the Brooklyn, Connecticut store, which is 942. We noticed that just before the meeting went live today.
Okay. Does she have updated plans with the correct information on it so I can at least attach it for the inspection?
I will have her send those right over to you. Yep.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Commissioner Carberry, Commissioner Chisholm.
Yeah, this one's not expanded, but it's the same as previous. So maybe try. Yeah, it's hard. Okay, that's better, Tyler. Thanks. Yeah, I mean, basically the same. It's, an addition of a consulting room, so nothing unusual here. And don't want to make Erica repeat herself twice.
No.
We're okay. We're okay.
Your door explanation on the first one, also for the second one. Is that okay, Erica?
That's perfect. Thank you.
Okay, great. Any other questions or comments for Erica? Hearing none, we're done with this section of our meeting. Okay, very good. Let's go to to have motions on accepting now. All right, for a new pharmacy application, Metro Pharmacy, New Haven, Connecticut. What is your pleasure?
Motion to approve as presented.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
Any abstentions? All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? Hearing none, so moved. Pharmacy relocation, Cornell Scott Hill, from the camper at 428 Columbus Avenue to 400 428 Columbus Avenue. What is your pleasure?
Motion to approve as presented.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? Abstentions? Motion passes. Pharmacy remodels, we'll have to take them individually because they are individual. Pharmacy remodel number 760, New Britain, Connecticut. What is your pleasure?
Motion to approve as presented.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? So moved. CVS Pharmacy, 4149 East Hampton, Connecticut. What is your pleasure?
Motion to approve as presented.
Do I hear a second? I will
Second.
second it. All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? Abstentions? So moved. CVS number 718 Ansonia, Connecticut. What is your pleasure?
Motion to approve as presented.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
Abstentions? So moved. CVS Pharmacy 2525 Rocky Hill, Connecticut. What is your pleasure?
Motion to approve as presented.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
Abstentions? So moved. CVS number 942 Brooklyn, Connecticut. What is your pleasure?
Motion to approve as presented.
Do I hear a second? I will second it. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? So moved. Thank you, crew. Thank you, everyone. Moving on to miscellaneous matters. Though it is on purpose, I believe it's proposed, but I've been teasing Heather about the purposed and the proposed spelling. So I think the proposed COP meeting dates for 2021. Oh, there they are. Lovely. Hopefully, what do you guys think? April, May, that we'll be able to be live again?
I'm thinking May.
May?
Yeah.
We should put
Yeah, probably.
we should put an asterisk on that, Heather. I'm not sure if anyone had a chance to take a look at them. Heather, is there any major change? Does the Wednesday change in the month?
They are all booked currently for the last Wednesday of the month.
Is that okay with everyone? Maybe I should say, hey, Brian, is that okay, buddy? Is that okay?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
here at your pleasure, Chairman. I haven't missed one.
Yeah. I think that's good then, Heather. They all look good. Obviously, if there's a change, you'll notify us as soon as you can, but
Angela, just I want to thank the commission for the courtesy over the last couple of years of going to the third Wednesday instead of the fourth Wednesday because of my trustee responsibilities, but fourth Wednesdays are great now.
great. Well, I was afraid you were going to ask for the fifth Wednesday, Rick. And then,
Well, sometimes it will be the fifth Wednesday.
It could be. That's correct.
True.
That's correct.
So you have to take a motion.
Oh, we do.
Yes.
Motion to approve the proposed purposeful dates for the COP meeting in 2021. Do I have a motion?
Move to accept.
Do I hear a second?
I will second that.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstentions. The dates are etched on the calendar. Very good. Mary, Commissioner Nguante, request for continuing education program approval.
I think there was an agenda item prior to that, Chairman. I think under miscellaneous.
No, that only
It's been
the
removed.
meeting dates. The second one was.
Oh, okay. I must have an old version.
you have
Okay,
an old
perfect.
version. Yeah, that was
Awesome. Awesome.
taken off the agenda, my dear.
I'm an edition behind. Okay, request for continuing education programs. We received two this time. Both of these programs, all of the documentation that we require was submitted. It all meets our criteria. We can take these individually. The first one was presented by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration, and it was really a pharmaceutical manufacturing presentation. And they're requesting 1.5 live CEs, and I would recommend that we approve that. The second, again, was presented by the FDA, and it was a compounding program. Again, looked incredibly detailed and robust, and the applicant is requesting 1 live law CE, and I would recommend that we approve that request as well.
Any questions for Commissioner Guante? I will take them one at a time then. Do I have a motion to approve the U.S. Food and Drug Administration overview of the guidance for the industry? Do I have a motion to accept?
So moved.
I will second it. All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstentions, so moved. FDA Intergovernmental Working Meeting on Drug Compounding. Do I have a motion to accept?
Motion to accept.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed, abstentions, so moved. Very good. Commissioner Guante, sticking with you, request for non-resident pharmacy approvals. There was a separate email sent on this, so hopefully everyone received it.
Yes, I hope everybody received my report. It's pretty self-explanatory. Really, what you're going to see now is a lot of the non-sterile compounding. Our standard in the state of Connecticut is that the pharmacies demonstrate 795 compliance. So again, we are asking for that for the non-resident pharmacies as well. We did have one that is a radio nuclear pharmacy, and they need to kind of clarify the questionnaire responses, and then also provide with a legible pharmacy inspection. So aside from that, most of them are pretty routine. The last one on the list really didn't need to be on. It's presently they are licensed, and they are just submitting for change of ownership. So that concludes my report.
Thank you, Commissioner Guante. Any questions for Commissioner Guante? Hearing none, I'll accept the motion to approve the non-resident pharmacy approvals. Do I have a motion? I will give the first motion. Do I hear a second?
I'll second it.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstentions, so moved. Very good. There is no legal, as I stated before, so the last thing on our agenda is approval of the commissioning minutes for October. I looked them over. I didn't see anything that was out of the ordinary or incorrect, because Heather is phenomenal, fantastic, wonderful, answers the phone on Saturdays, I might add.
Yes.
Yeah. So I'll accept a motion to approve the minutes for October.
Move to accept.
Do I hear a second? I will second.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed, abstentions, so moved. And under other business, I just did want to bring up Billy Suma's mom passing away, but I know Rick said something in the beginning. Mary, thank you very much for keeping us abreast of that. She was, I had a long conversation with Bill. I called him, we had a long conversation. Believe me, he wishes 2020 gets over with really fast. Losing his wife and his mother in the same year was, pretty heartbreaking. Good news though, he was in great spirits. She was 107 years old and was
Amazing.
in incredible shape, tremendous faculties. Just the last 2 weeks were really bad weeks for her, but to think 107 years. So I told him I was going to go scrape some skin off his body and try to clone that DNA, because I think Billy's in his 80s, isn't he? Rick?
Oh, yeah.
I think so, yeah.
I mean, and
Yeah.
he's spry 80s, so there's some really good genes going on there. So let's hope this commission can gather those genes along the way.
Absolutely.
Any other business anyone want to bring up? Very good. And that I'll take a motion to adjourn.
Move to adjourn.
I second it. All in favor?
Hi.
Aye.
Abstentions? Good. Hey, Bri, try to shave next time, okay, big boy?
I'm growing a beard.
Love the
It's no
beard.
shame